the thing is that it's often gone like, so you criticize the left and it's like, okay, but where are your people? I at least have the Democratic Party, or I at least have this group of Trotskyists, whereas you don't have any, or, whatever it might be, right?
Yeah, but they never say that though, do they?
Well,
They'll never say, I have the Democratic Party. They'll say, I have like working people of color all over the world.
Right. Yeah, right, exactly. But there's, at the very least, an imagined constituency, and to a certain extent, a claim that, well, but, people keep voting for Labour, right? So I'm with the workers who keep voting for Labour because the unions are involved, which is like Owen Jones' response. Anyway, you can pick your different example. I'm sure you, listener, you've encountered the "where are your people" case. But the thing is that no one has any people. I mean, that's the crisis of politics. There's no real genuine representation. The kind of closest you find maybe are on some like ethnic basis where things seem more tightly bound, and that's something which is to be very firmly rejected, of course.
No, you make a very good point, Alex. And I think I'd say even that in a way is a kind of politics that doesn't easily sit within any kind of meaningful left or right framework, and that it requires defending, articulating, and expanding the sense of public power. So it's a view of politics which is, to say, sovereigntist. If you want to have politics, you need to have power that's worth fighting over from different perspectives. And that means having actual centers of power. And it's not clear that there are centers of power that are worth fighting over, perhaps only in the US. And even there, I'd say, given the
dispersion of
the kind of the nature of the federal state, the disaggregation of the American deep state with all of its kind of multiple competing bureaucratic agencies, not to mention the kind of the triangular fight between Congress, executive, and judiciary, and what have you. So, I mean, anyway, my point is, I suppose, that perhaps it's a prior issue, which is one of making the case for representative public power. And then you can get to the question of whether you want to left politics or right politics, because if you want politics, you need to have a site of power which you're fighting over in order to implement a program.
Milan ou Tripoli, Vilnius ou Benghazi, Paris, Moscou, on fait le bunga, bunga, Bangkok ou Bogota, Le Caire ou Jakarta, Gustavia, on fait le bunga, bunga, Stockholm ou Monaco, ou Montevideo, Oslo, Tokyo, on fait le bunga, bunga.
Hello, welcome back to Aufhebonus, and this is Aufhebonus Bonus, our mailbag episode. This is our one concession to populism and to democracy, things we're resolutely against in every other field. But here we make a concession. We let the consumer have their say. The consumer who's always wrong, but in this one case, we hear them out. Maybe the consumer is right. Who knows?
No, we hear them out and then tell them why they're wrong.
Why they're wrong, yeah. That's the way you do it.
It's important to actually have a a chance to grill us and to continue the conversations. I think we've had some good episodes. If I can say this, ones that I haven't
at least 3 good ones in the space of 400 odd.
The ones you weren't on, George. Yeah,
exactly. And continue those conversations, and that's what it's all about, right? Dialogue, conversation.
Mutual understanding.
How we get to truth, and maybe a better world as well.
Exactly. I love all our listeners, and I am anxious to meet them all in person at some point over the course of my life. Anyway, so facetious introductions aside, I actually would like to meet people in person. That's not something I'm being sarcastic about. We are taking your questions and comments from over the past month. This will include issues such as indigeneity, lack of self-critique, consorting with red-brown quasi-fascists, cultural studies, victimhood, hillbillies, and Palestinians. So all this to come. Hi there, friends. This is the end of a sample from an episode available only to subscribers at patreon.com/bungacast. For $7 a month, subscribers get at least 4 original exclusive episodes a month, featuring Alex, George, and Phil, as well as our regular contributors, Alex Gurovich, Amberly Frost, Catherine New, and Lee Phillips. We've got episodes on current affairs, extended interviews, exclusive episodes on theory, history, culture, docuseries, analyses of film, and our responses to listeners' questions and criticisms. And for $12 a month, you also get access to the very special BungaCast Reading Club, where we present the key books and essays necessary for understanding the world today, how we got here, and where we might be going. Of course, if you just want to try us out, there's also a $3 entry tier giving you one exclusive episode a month. We do hope you'll join us. These are turbulent times, and ideologically confused ones as well. We tried to find some political clarity so that we might move beyond the age of bunga bunga.
Dakar ou Brasilia,